From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
A sucker punch attack at a Butte bar left an anaconda man seriously injured. I'll tell you the status of this case.
My heart is with them, and that's what keeps me going.
Our Kristen Merkel has the story of a woman from India who can't return, but continues to persevere.
So I think that the most important part about libraries really is just the access for everybody to have an even playing field.
Back in July, the Montana State Library Commission withdrew from the American Library Association, but that decision could have some major impacts for Montana's rural libraries. Alrighty, it is 6:31 on this Friday edition of Montana This Morning. Jane McDonald and Matt Elwell with you. Matt, what's going on?
A little chilly this morning, but it's comfortable as well as we get into the afternoon. Temperatures a little below average for today. We're kind of setting the stage for cooler, wetter weather by the end of the weekend.
Right.
Temperatures into the 30s, some frosty conditions for a few areas early this morning. Likely to see temperatures warm up pretty quickly, though, as the sun heads over the horizon. Not looking at any rain chances during the daytime hours, but a couple of overnight showers, and then the heavier rain moving in Saturday night into Sunday. A bit of a breeze up on campus this morning, but our temperatures are warming back into the 60s for the area. Light jackets early, the afternoon looks pleasant. We'll talk about what you can expect, of course, in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you very much, Matt. Now, our top story for this half hour, a brutal attack in Butte has left an anaconda man injured and looking for answers. MTN's John Amy tells us about this disturbing incident.
An anaconda man was the victim of a brutal sucker punch attack at an uptown Butte bar recently. And the family of the victim say they want to see justice done in this unprovoked attack. And a word of warning, the surveillance video from this incident could be disturbing to some viewers. Connor Sturm is standing here when a man comes up from behind and punches him twice in the face, knocking him to the floor.
You don't plain cheap shot someone when they're totally defenseless and not even aware of what's going on. It was intentional, it was premeditated, and the severity of my son's injury, it's violence.
Sturm was treated at the hospital with a slight fracture to the upper jaw and some broken and missing teeth. The suspect left the bar after the attack and has not been charged in nearly a week after the incident.
Anyone that knows my son, Connor Sturm, he is the most loving, caring, down-to-earth person there is.
Butte police say they're taking the incident seriously and the investigation is ongoing. Once all information that is available is compiled, a decision will be made on the appropriate charges to be filed. The family hopes the person responsible turns themselves in to police.
It breaks my heart. It absolutely breaks my heart that somebody could do that to anybody. You could have killed my son, and that will never be forgiven.
In Butte, John Amy, MTN News.
More to follow on that. Thank you very much, John. Now, the month of September is Recovery Month, and founders of an addiction recovery home say Butte is the only major city in Montana that did not have a professionally run state-licensed facility. But all that is about to change. The Butte Spirit Home opened back in 2020 and has served 33 male clients, and come November, a new recovery home serving female clients will open. MTN's Megan Thompson gives us a closer look.
It's been about 3 years since the Butte Spirit Home opened its doors in Uptown Butte with a goal to help male clients struggling with addiction. And now they're on track to open a second home right here in a neighborhood on the Flats that will serve female clients.
Addiction takes people's agency, it takes people's sovereignty. And a lot of the stigma around addiction is because of the people that we become when we're in active addiction. But that's not who we are.
Demetrius Foss is the executive director of the Butte Spirit Homes, and he is a recovering addict who has seen his life change through a similar residential program.
I'm a person in long-term recovery. I've had my screw-ups. I have seen a lot of changes in the last 8 years of my own life, and that's something that I want to see happen for other people.
3 years ago, Demetrius and Sean Weisner, the co-founder of the Butte Spirit Home, saw a need for a professionally managed, state-licensed residential home in Butte.
There was no professionally managed, no state-licensed recovery housing in Butte at the time, even though there's at least one state-licensed facility for men and women in every other major city.
So far, the male residence located in an uptown Butte neighborhood has served 33 individuals and 9 have graduated.
We've had a few graduates from the men's house move out into their own place.
Lisa Pizzanti is a Butte resident, and she is the clinical director of the program. She says the program has a ripple effect in the community at large, specifically when it comes to alleviating the foster care burden.
You know, establish their own place to live independently and regain custody of their children, which is the goal. That's what we are really striving for.
This disease of addiction doesn't have to be the dominating factor. Recovery can be my chief motivator. Recovery can be my way of life. And so that's the way of life we present to the people that live with us.
In Butte, Megan Thompson, MTN News.
Thank you very much, Megan. Now, this next story all revolves around a woman. She's been helping improve the lives of people in India. Now a Bozeman woman says she's stuck, unable to return to the country to continue her life's work. MTN's Kristen Merkel sat down with Rhonda Shahab to talk about yoga, clean water, and her fight to get back to work.
Exhale, transition back into high plank and lower towards the floor.
Rhonda Shahab has been traveling back and forth to India since 2006. That's her leading a yoga class in India. She opened a yoga center, helping implement exercise in schools and help girls with trauma. When a cyclone hit her village, she realized they needed something more basic than yoga.
We need clean, safe water. We need water ATMs. And so what do? I said, okay, yes, I will get on that.
Shahab started India Water Project to provide clean water for villagers. This picture shows village women learning how to operate the ATM, which provides filtered drinking water, something that would later prevent her from getting back into the country in the fall of 2022, even though she had a valid visa.
I was met off the plane in the Trivandrum airport, escorted to the immigration desk, 10 fingerprinted, handed a boarding pass, and turned right around.
And sent back to the U.S.
55 minutes on the ground in Trivandrum, back to Doha, back to Chicago. I literally flew 40 hours.
Shahab later found out her fundraising work to provide villagers clean water was the problem.
The Foreign Regional Registration Office said I was blacklisted due to fundraising while on a business visa, but they used my written admission in my petition. I was very transparent.
Shahab hired a lawyer and has been seen in court. Still no answers as to when she'll be allowed to return to her work in India.
I don't want compensation. I want justice. I did nothing wrong.
For Shahab, she's not ready to give up on her girls in India.
I'm deeply saddened, but I channel it into get the job done. My heart is with them, and that's what keeps me going.
Although Shahab is not currently in India, the India hard to get villagers access to clean water. If you are interested in donating, you can visit the link on our website. In Bozeman, Kristen Merkel, MTN News.
Thank you very much, Kristen. Now for some statewide headlines. Back in July, the Montana State Library Commission withdrew from the American Library Association in a 5-1 vote, citing concerning social media posts from the national nonprofit's president. But that decision could have major impacts for Montana's rural libraries. Our Kelsey Boggs visited a few Carbon County libraries to hear their perspectives on the state's motion to withdraw.
In a town as small as Bridger, finding activities to do can sometimes be challenging. One reason the local library sees so many visitors.
In small towns across Montana, often home to just several hundred people,
love Bridger, love small town.
You have to get a little creative when planning activities.
It's important to have those resources, and we love it.
So the local public library, like this one in Red Lodge, becomes a go-to.
To be able to have maintained this presence in the community for over 100 years is so special. And it's special because libraries have changed a lot during that time.
I think that the most important part about libraries really is just the access for everybody to have an even playing field. They can get whatever they need here.
That's Crystal Zentner, the director of the Bridger Public Library.
We do a lot more of community resource helping. The burn permits, the any health stuff. We had COVID tests.
All of that requires funding, and one potential source just went away. According to the Montana Free Press, 23 Montana libraries in the last 2 years have received nearly $250,000 in grants from the American Library Association. But in July, the Montana State Library Commission voted to withdraw from the ALA, a nonprofit membership network across the country.
Basically, they're a resource. You become a member, and then they give you access to their information.
But Zentner said the withdrawal shouldn't sound any alarms.
We have a great Montana State Library and a Montana State librarian, and they're the way to go. I really don't believe that in the state of Montana we're going to be affected one way or the other.
Zentner has faith in the state's commissioners and feel they provide the same support the ALA previously did. Back in Red Lodge, the town's rural library has been a community staple for more than 100 years, and it won't be going anywhere anytime soon.
We are still such an important part of the community, and being able to watch that over time and see it play out is really special.
In Carbon County, Kelsey Boggs, MTN News.
Thank you very much, Kelsey. Now, we're going to take a short break here on Montana This Morning, but when we come back, it may be fall, but for many people, that's the time to travel. Kids are back in school, and usually airfare rates are lower. But is that travel secret out, and will that impact some of those flight prices?
I'm John Matarese. A slowdown in air travel this fall means lower airfares for you, but how long will it last? That story. For the